A fully recovered Finance Minister designate Ken Ofori-Atta speaking at the PwC Post-2021 Budget Forum. He has been on medical leave in the U.S. following complications from Covid-19. He attributed his recovery to God and prayers from Ghanaians. Now, some development partners in Africa have commenced a tracking process to check Covid-19 expenditure of some countries on the continent, beginning with Ghana. The Transparency and Accountability Project by Budget Ghana, with support from Send Ghana International, intends to promote transparency between African governments and their citizens. Here's more in this report.
Governments, bilateral and multilateral donors, development banks, philanthropic organizations, and the private sector have contributed funds, equipment, and expertise to support the country's COVID-19 response. Among other resources, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Bank disbursed $1 billion and $230 million respectively to assist in tackling the pandemic. In tracking the funds, Budget Ghana will undertake major research projects to examine the nation's response to the pandemic, with interest in procurement disclosures and data availability, relief packages to both households and businesses, among others. Here is Country Director for Budget, Refifi Inkom.
This is not a surprise, given the fallout between various African governments and their citizens and donors when funds intended for managing the Ebola crisis were alleged to have been mismanaged. Such tendencies may deepen public trust in the government, thus undermining the efforts to overcome the pandemic. To achieve this objective, Budget Ghana will undertake two major research projects to examine the nation's response to the pandemic. This will cover COVID-related expenditure and the procurement processes, support to healthcare workers, stimulus to businesses, household support, and the vaccine rollout.
Deputy Director at Send Ghana, Dr. Emmanuel Aifa, is urging government to make available all data on expenditure relating to the virus to ensure that the finding of the group is accurate.
That's what we think, that it's about time we partner with government. This is not to find fault anyway, but as development partners, we need to look at where the loopholes are, and not until we follow the money, not until we track to make sure that, yes, this is what government actually intended to use the money for. These are the allocations, these are the disbursements that have come in, where monies are going. If we do not do that, I believe that our civil society will also be doing a great disservice to our country, Ghana, and to the people that matter. And so that is what we want. So we are using this opportunity to call on government that, yes, Send Ghana, Budget, and all our partners, of course, will be coming to government to look for certain information that will help us to closely monitor this. And I believe that it wouldn't just end at monitoring. Once we monitor, as we've been doing over the years, we'll sit down with government, we'll engage government for government to understand what the loopholes are.
Concerns about the potential misuse of the COVID-19 funds in developing economies have prompted development partners to take these steps to improve transparency and accountability.